Good evening, everyone. This is Pradeep Mal, Ambassador of Change from GETI, the Global Education and Training Institute, and you are on our Disruptive Education program, which has been given to us by our mentor, Dr. Sunita Gandhi. On this excellent format, we have interacted with more than 750 educators from India and all over the world. And today we have with us Ms. Rashmi Bhakuni. She's a freelancer and she's from Lucknow. She's an educator by profession and she is currently freelancing. She has been a principal at various army pre-primary schools. She has an experience of 10 years. She's been from Rajouri in J&K to Sukhna in West Bengal and Pune in Maharashtra to Roorkee in Uttarakhand and Delhi. She enjoys sports, theatre and adventure activities. She has participated in the Republic Day camp as an NCC cadet. She is a qualified scuba diver and she enjoys trekking and has participated in many short plays. She has won prizes in golf and badminton and won the Andaman Half Marathon in 2018 and 2019. She will be speaking to us today on pre-primary curriculum and activities. Thank you, ma'am, and over to you.
Thank you, sir. I thank Global Education and Training Institute, GETI, to have given me this platform to share my views on curriculum and activities of pre-primary education. I would also thank Dr. Sunita Gandhi to have started this disruptive education movement. I'm sure all the schools and the educators are going to gain a lot from it. These videos that GETI is bringing forth are like a library. They can be referred to by all the institutions and by the educators, and it's really going to be very helpful to them. I have selected this topic, the curriculum and activities of pre-primary school, to facilitate the schools at the district level. I think it will be beneficial for them to formulate their curriculum in their schools. I'll present this topic in PPT. Just a second. What is pre-primary curriculum? The pre-primary curriculum is the curriculum that is designed for nursery, lower kindergarten, and upper kindergarten children. The nursery children are from the age group of 3 to 4 years. Lower kindergarten children are of the age 4 to 5 years, and upper kindergarten children are of the age 5 to 6 years. The curriculum should be child-centered and should have playway method of teaching them. It helps us to identify their multiple intelligence of the child, and it encourages many aspects in the child, like developing their creative thinking. Now, what is the aim of pre-primary education? Pre-primary education aims at holistic development, all-round development of the child. It instills curiosity and allows children to learn naturally and very creatively. In these early years, emphasis is given to the physical, emotional, and psychological, emotional growth of the child. It is the first time the child is stepping out of the house and he's away from his parents. The child meets new people. So he has to be prepared for, he has to be socially interactive. So it aims to make him more confident, to be more socially interactive. The child learns to do things very beautifully in a very creative manner, and many new words are added to his vocabulary. Then importance is given to developing good moral values, which he's already been doing at home, which is further incorporated at the school level. Now, new education policy and pre-primary education. How does new education policy 2020 affect the pre-primary education? The new education policy was approved last year in 2020. NEP is very promising and futuristic in its approach. It takes into consideration that at least the first 1,000 days, which are very critical for the child, it tries to bridge the gap between the present learning outcome and the desired outcome. The most striking feature of NEP is early childhood care and education, that is ECCE. It is for the first time that child aged from 3 to 6 years would be forming a part of formal education. Earlier, the school curriculum, the school was 10 plus 2. Now it would be 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 years. So these initial 5 years bracket, the 3 years is for pre-primary schooling. NEP aims to develop young minds with holistic curriculum. It aims to develop all the domains, the language, the physical, the social, emotional, creative, aesthetic, and the cognitive development. It aims to make the learning process play-based or activity-based. It would be teaching them language, alphabets, numbers, colors, shapes, puzzles. List is endless. They would be painting, they would be drawing, a lot of art and craft, would be teaching them dance and drama. Puppetry would be there, a lot of indoor and outdoor activities will be there, and many other things, along with developing their social capabilities. And they would also be the ethics and good behavior would be encouraged. They would be also It would also aim to develop the public awareness among the children, and also general cleanliness would be kept in mind. And NEP encourages mother tongue to be used as the medium of teaching. It aims to train the teachers and to enable them to make learning process interesting as well as everlasting. It also proposes to involve the parents in the learning process. Now, before starting about the curriculum, we need to know how to set up the pre-primary school environment. Preschooling is very important, one of the most important phases of a child's life. So it is very important that the environment is very important. And the most important feature of a school is the staff. The preschools or the nursery staff, both teaching as well as non-teaching staff, should be of a very warm personality with lots of enthusiasm and creativity. They should understand the needs of the child and should be able to handle the child very patiently. The surroundings of the school should be neat and clean. The classroom should be welcoming. There should be a display board where all these or the activities of the child is displayed. The furniture of the class should be child proof. Designated place should be there to keep his or her belongings. There should be a photograph board wherein the activities done by the child is placed, and there can be a blackboard, eye level blackboard for all the children where they can show their creativity. Outdoor, there can be a slide, swings, and there can be a lot of play area for them. Sand pit should be there, then water play area should be there for them. The walls of the classroom or should be decorated. There can be, if place and area permits, a lot many things can also be added. A sensory park can be made for the children, so that different places, hard, soft, then maybe wooden pieces or sand can be kept, and then they can walk on it and they can see. So a sensory park can be created for them. Traffic park can be created. Skating rink can be there for them. Then there can be a vegetable garden for the children where they can see their own vegetable grow. And one more very important thing is that schools should have a first aid room, and definitely there should be a fire extinguisher too. Holistic development of the child. Now, the important feature of a curriculum is the objective. And so our most important objective is the holistic development of the child, along with the core academics, which is to be able to recognize and identify the uppercase, lowercase, A to Z. the phonic sounds that are of all these alphabets. It's very important. They should have the knowledge of phonic sounds and simple words. They can form simple words. They should be able to recognize 8 to 10 to 11 colors, maybe a few shapes. They can identify those shapes and relate those shapes. They should be able to count 0 to 20, or and the pre-number concept is also, they should be knowing. Then they should know, other than that, wild animals, domestic animals, birds, and all these other general awareness questions. Then it is important that if the child can learn the phone number of his parents, and should be able to write, he's made to write. These are the regular core academics. Other than that, emotional development is important in forming a child's personality. It helps the child to display self-control. And when the child is with his parents, that is the time he behaves in completely different manner. But when in school, he should be able to respect the feelings of others, especially his peers and the staff. Another feature is the critical thinking skills, which helps the child to develop analytical thinking, which is enabling him to solve problems. It encourages them to think, to ask thoughtful questions like why this happened, how it happened, and it should help. The curriculum should help to develop his creativity. Then also there should be things that promote teamwork within the peer group. Then there should be sessions of moral stories where the child is made to participate. It could be in forms of videos can be shown to him, or role playing can be there, and this helps in the character formation of the child. And the school is very important platform to develop the healthy social skills. Then activities should be planned to enhance this. The child should follow directions, display good manners, follow wishing etiquettes, like good morning, good afternoon. Then observe good hygiene, should wash his hands, and before eating tiffin, lay down his mat, use polite words with his friends, excuse me, sorry, thank you. These are, and then very important thing is to take turns, not to just try to push his way out, and he should wait for his turn. A very important thing for his social behavior is to be able to make eye contact while talking. He should be able to give and accept compliments. Then a very important thing that the school curriculum, by stories or anything, is to, it can be built up by, he can make show empathy towards his friends. He should towards birds, pets, or even the dogs. Then he should feel for the nature and for the environment, taking care of it. A very important aspect of development is also to inculcate good moral values. Good moral values, as in to be very friendly, to be disciplined, to be punctual, to be brave, and to be helpful. These are all very important to develop values in the child. And of course, there should be a love for the country is also very important, and that can be done with celebrating the festivals, the national festivals. Physical development of a child is very important aspect in the holistic development. It includes physical, the gross and the fine motor development, and physical growth, that means the height, weight, and other things. And gross motor development is concerning the larger muscles, the torso, the arms, legs. The finer motor is the fingers. And perceptual motor development is the ability to connect to the senses, and the motor skills, like what his brain tells him to do, so how it is connected. The development of gross motor muscles means the control of leg muscles to the body. It helps the child to be active, to do activities like playing sports, doing aerobics, jumping, and then dancing, then doing yoga. The child learns to hop, skip, jump, roll, crawl, then do skating, or to move around. He should be rhythmic. um, um, uh, Rhythmic movements can be there. Then he can be kicking, jumping from one box to another, or even walking on a straight line. These are these are and there are many activities that can be planned to develop the gross motor skills. Then is the development of fine motor skill, which means a lot control over the finer muscles, that is the hand, wrist, and the eye hand coordination. This also helps in later in writing, as well as in doing creative work. So this can be done. The smaller muscles, it can be improved. His fine motor skills can be improved by tear and pasting, then paper folding, or like sorting patterns, drawing, coloring, clay work. And then pouring is very is it also develops his cognitive skills. On the slide now, we can see the parameters to check the right physical development is happening or not. Whether the child is able to walk on a straight line or a zigzag line, whether he runs slow, fast, is he able to run forward, backward, how well he is able to hop, jump, and then move his hand, body, legs. This can be divided between nursery, LKG, and UKG. The age group, the it can be they can be judged on different parameters. Whether he is able to catch the ball, maybe a nursery child is not able to catch a ball, but an LKG and a UKG child would throw a ball to a certain distance and even catch it. Then the nursery child would not know what rules are and how he has to follow, but a UKG child would definitely know it. Then the fine motor skills. Fine motor skills are the child should be able to tear and paste it on a given shape. The nursery child maybe just be able to tear it, and may not his the torn pieces would not be very fine and very small as compared to the UKG child. So UKG child can even make small balls out of it. Then playing with blocks. The child should be able to do free hand drawing. UKG child can do free hand drawing. Should be able to do thumb printing, fingertip printing, or sponge dabbing. And then he's able to pick up small things and then sort them out. He's able to hold the crayons easily and do coloring. So these are the parameters with which we can see their development of gross and fine motors. Now is the personal and emotional development. A very important aspect of a child is this personal, emotional growth, social development. The child is able to describe how is he feeling when he comes to the school. Then it can be asked to him, how is he feeling today? So he would say, I'm happy, I'm sad, or I'm angry, I'm excited. So when the curriculum should be formulated, so a desperate question should be put to him, that whether he's able to express himself this way or not. He should feel sad or sorry if he has done something wrong, and then it's very difficult to make them say sorry. But then one has to, as educators, one has to make them realize that they've done something wrong and they have to say sorry. Then he should follow wishing etiquettes to help them build their personality. They should be encouraged to tell a lot of stories and listen to their stories. We should talk to them, encourage them to participate in the conversation and the talks. The teacher, the staff should make them sing a lot of songs, make the class as lively as possible to develop his. Then he will do a lot of activities with his friends, so he'll be that way they become more social. Then occasionally organize a cleanliness drive in and around the school. Then they can have good manners can be taught to them, through stories, through videos, or through role playing. And something like to be brave can be told to them. They have to start thinking, if this happens, those. So many other things can be told to them. Schools can celebrate grandparents day, father's day with them, and then they can invite the grandparents and then make them part of this any school activity along with the grandchild. And then ability analysis is also very important. There should be regular competition. If not competition, at least a participation can be conducted, like drawing, recitation, storytelling, coloring, show and tell, clay molding. The list is endless. This not only develops, this makes his personal, it improves his personality, develops his self confidence. On the slide are the few parameters to access their personal and emotional development. That can be, is he maintaining personal cleanliness or not? Is he able to relate to other children? Is he friendly? Is he obeying and respecting the elders and the adults or the staff, the school staff? Is he sharing the things with his friends? Is is he participating in all the activities of the school? Group participation is there or not? Whether he is able to express their feelings. These are different parameters which can be which are there to judge whether uh, the personal development is happening or not. Then is intellectual or cognitive development. It means that the child's ability to think and reason. It is how they organize their mind and ideas and understand their surroundings. They can seek answers to the question like why this happened and how it happened. Then if parents tell them to do certain things, then they would put up the question, but why this happened? Oh, because I did this. So these are when they start reasoning, giving a reason to a question, then it is their cognitive development. Intellectual development helps the child to observe things. He explores, he tries to experiment, and then ask questions, why is it happening? The development of basic cognitive skills include development of five senses, that is hearing, touch, feel, taste, smell. He his The child's memory is very short lived, but as he grows with the age, it also increases. The power of observation and classifying things, like the child can see a particular shape, then sort it out in different at different places. Then with the blocks, the child can join the blocks, and they can think about why certain things are happening, why a flower can change colors when dipped in a particular color, why a white flower can change into a different color flower when dipped into the water, why the balloon blows away. So there are or how many, like this particular slide here, how many drops will fill into this dot. So they would do it, experiment it, and then learn from it. The concept of shapes and colors can be introduced to them. The development and growth of the child can be assessed periodically by seeing whether the child can reason, can he create stories, has he understood the concept, does he know what time of the day it is, or does he remember the sequence, like in the morning, what is it, should he get up first and then do his brush and then do these sequential order? Is he able to understand those things? These are all part of cognitive development. Is he able to count the objects, number of objects? Is he able to copy the geometrical patterns? And can he remember the phone number, address? So this would be the memory is also included in it. And the activity that the educator can make them perform is sink and float activity, wherein they can be the child can be asked to bring few things from home. There would be certain items which would sink, and there would be certain items which would float. Then the teacher can throw an open question to them, why this is happening, how it is happening. Or they can have another activity of children can bring 4 5 things from home, maybe a sweet, or something sour, could be a lemon, or then they can have a Cheetos, something spicy, and maybe a bitter gourd. So then they would taste, and then with this, their sensory, whether their sensory things are, we can see that they're growing or not. Another aspect is the language development. It means the ability of the child to express and to understand other people. It not only includes the spoken words, but written words, and sometimes initially they're not able to express. So it is the gestures with which they can make them understand. It is also the gestures is also a kind of a language initially. And the ability to use phonic knowledge to write simple words. So these are all, whether he is able to recite, then language development would be to recite rhymes, to ask questions, to tell stories, to describe a simple picture. The activities which would involve language development would be, first and foremost, to tell a lot of stories, listen to their stories. And then the school, the class can start with 10 15 minutes of circle time, and that is the time it begins. The class can begin with moving their small and large muscles, then little interactive session. They would sing song, they would sing an action song, lot of finger play. They would be singing good morning songs. And then birthdays can be celebrated. The concept of time, calendar, weather can be introduced to them. And the teacher can throw open-ended questions like, what will happen if you develop wings? Then children will come up with different types of answers. So in a way, it is their language development. Then teacher can throw up any questions like, why is your father taller than you? Or if you become taller than your father, what will happen? So again, children will come up with different answers. What if there is if you want to paint a picture and you don't have a paintbrush, what would you do? So children would come up with different answers, and this would help in the language development of the child. And there are so many other things that can be used to develop the language, like playing a board game, playing damsharas, then giving them some quiz like, I'm a bird, I can swim, but I can't fly. So I'm black and white, what can it be? So any quiz things like, and putting making them do certain activities. um, then it could be, there can be a lot of recitations, then sharing jokes, and then tongue twisters can be asked or told to them. Then it's a really fun activities with see their language development. Mathematical development also can be incorporated. And then mathematical development, like asking them pre-number concept, what is big, small, and what comes before, after. These things would also help in the language development. What is the shape, size, what is the pattern of this? So these all things help in the language development of them. The only thing that has to be kept in mind is that each and every child should be encouraged to come forward, and should be encouraged to do to participate in any of these activities. There may be a child who is good with singing. He should be made brought in front to sing a rhyme or rhyme, and a child who is good with physical thing can be made to run and then try to tell his experience. A child who is a confident, others also should be given a chance. But the teachers, this is the best part of the educator, that the educator sees what is the child good at, and then the that part of development is taken care of by the educator, by the teacher, by the staff. The last development that I would be covering is to develop their creative expression and aesthetic appreciation. It includes painting, coloring, writing. There is a lot of creativity in the children that can be developed. They can be taken out for nature walk, wherein they can be asked to pluck a, although not a very good thing, but yes, pluck a flower sometime, not a flower, leaf or something, a lemon tree leaf, and then ask them to smell, and then or they can be just appreciating how beautifully the plants are growing, or they could be just seeing the butterfly, and then it can be asked to them to maybe draw whatever they saw during the nature walk. Then children are very happy to do art and craft work. It also develops their social ability, social skills. They can be made to sit together and do all these things. They can enjoy their dance movements. They can a good song can be put for them. They can collectively sit and sometimes watch their own videos that the teacher has secretly prepared. So they can tell about how it is, they can appreciate it, or their creativity can be developed by many creative things, like they can perform something like make a superhero cape. And yes, they can with this we can even correlate, like the child is ready to fight darkness. So we can also tell them the theme of be brave can also be incorporated like this. Then the children can be made to make slime, or go tal skating. Tal skating again would also be developing their social, because uh, tal skating he cannot do it alone. He needs a friend to drag him. So the peer is that bonding improves. Then they can be made to play with dough. Then water balloon painting, they can throw water balloons on a particular place and they can see their creation. So the creative expression, they can be very creative, and this can improve their aesthetic appreciation too. With this, I come to my end of my PPT. I thank each one of you to have taken out time to watch this. I'm open to any questions if you have any.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you, ma'am
Thank you,
Rashmi
sir. It
Bhakuni,
was a pleasure.
for that very lucid talk, covering a wide range of aspects. I think you covered all the possible things required for that kind of education. And once again, I would like to thank Dr. Sunita Gandhi for this excellent format where we meet people like Rashmi, Bhakuni, and they illuminate us on education and the most recent things. From each one of you, we get to pick up something or the other. Global Education and Training Institute is committed to transforming education by transforming teaching practices. Do watch out for and enroll in GETI teachers training programs. Pre-service teachers training program is being launched this month. A variety of in-service training programs shall follow. For details, visit our website gettylearn.org or call 740-840-1000. Repeat, 740-840-1000. So thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. And goodbye
It's my pleasure.
and good night. Thank you.